My birthday's coming up and I was going to have a quiet one. But my people around me was like, nah, Chuck, you can't really do that this year. A lot happened the last couple of years. You have to celebrate life. So we're doing it. Sunday, the 10th of July, I will be celebrating my birthday at a venue called Site 5 in London. If you can get to London, this will be for you. Yeah. The pre-sale tickets are gone, but there are some tickets available right now at chuckionline.co.uk, and it would be good to see you there. I'm going to be having my friends around. I'm going to be having a few, just, you know what I mean? Just a good vibe. Sick DJs, good music, all that type of stuff. It's a day party. It starts at 2 and it finishes at 9. So my birthday, Sunday, the 10th of July. You are all welcome. The tickets are available now at chuckionline.co.uk. Hope to see some of you there. Enjoy the show. I'm starting to get sick and tired of cool shit.
Okay. Free yourself.
It's starting to just... I'm starting to just get sick and tired of cool shit.
Like what?
Everything. I'm starting to not hate everything cool, but I just don't like I just don't like it.
You're just getting older.
Nah. I'm seeing stuff that I don't love. But maybe I'm paying more attention to it than I should. But like, it's just like, I feel like it gives off sometimes a level of elitism, which is probably the thing that I don't like.
Okay.
Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Where
yeah.
people almost feel in some way that they are better than someone because they are onto cool stuff. And then that's starting to venture into one of the things that I like the most. Music.
Okay.
So let me dig deeper a little bit on this, yeah. So obviously, let's say for example, let's say like rap music, yeah. There's so many different subgenres of rap music, right?
Yeah.
So now, like, sometimes I feel as though there's one subgenre of rap music that cool people usually gravitate to for whatever reason it is, yeah. Yeah, it could sound good. It could just be whatever. It's just the cool shit, you know what I mean? Like Future, we're just turning up, we turn up. You know, like whatever the fuck, yeah?
Yeah.
But then, like, you might have, like, another subgenre of rap music that might be a little bit more, like, you know, I don't want to say conscious, but, like, it's just not that.
Okay.
You could see that maybe they might have like, the two artists in particular, might actually have just been brought up differently. Do you know what I mean? Like, one might have come from a certain type of environment, the other might have come from a different type of environment,
Yeah.
or they might have come from the same environment, but with just different people within that environment. So an estate is made up of a bunch of different people, a bunch of different personalities, a bunch of different people. Yeah. Now, sometimes the person who's not always on the smoke is sometimes considered a nerd or considered a square or whatever it may be. Yeah. And then you have like certain rappers that I feel like there's an undertone of people thinking that they are that. Yeah. And so, like, when I started to look at like this cool shit, like everyone's gravitating to this cool shit or whatnot, but then they're looking at this Don or this person like there's some type of nerd or there's some type of square because they're not on this. It just pisses me off. Because then I'm like, hold on. I start looking at the people, yeah? I start looking at the people that feel this way. And then I'm like, it's mad because in real life, you don't have anything really in common to the smoky Don that you are idealizing. You actually have more in common with the person that you would look at as a nerd or a square. Yeah. Do you understand what I'm saying? Yeah. That is more you. This person is a representation of you, but you look at him like this. And then so like, you look at like the fashion, music and all of that type of stuff and you pull it all into the same thing and it's like, I started looking around me and I started saying to one day I woke up, yeah, and I was like, I hate cool shit. I fucking hate it. Now, it's ironic because maybe sometimes some people might say that I'm cool in some way, but I'm not though. I don't really just go with I'm just not really on the fucking, I'm just not on it though. Am I making sense to you?
And you know what? You sound hella privileged. I can't lie.
Do I?
Yeah. Someone that's like someone who's like ticks all the boxes of what it is to be cool, telling you they don't like cool shit is very cool. Like, get the fuck out of here. Like, appreciate you though. Like, like, you know, I feel like I get what you mean. Right. But when people look at like celebrities and stuff, I think there's element of I'm definitely waved. There's an element of like there's an element of I'm a lightweight, guys. There's an element of escapism. You pick who is your avatar.
Right.
You're not picking who's your reality. Like, you're trying to leave that for a second.
Right.
Bear that in mind, you know what I mean? Someone who's going uni, going school, all of that, having to be on job, doesn't have to break the rules, doesn't have the source to navigate and break the rules and that. They see someone like Future, who just has all who, by the way, I really disagreed with that whole argument between Future and Russell, and Russell being a square and Future being who Sierra.
I didn't even know what that's about.
Okay, let's not deviate. But essentially, the whole thing for me, as someone who growing up knew how to navigate, but I don't really feel like I was cool per se. Do you know what I mean? I feel like it's mad. The moment you own whatever your reality is,
that's cool to me though.
That's when you're cool. That's when it starts to pop off.
Right, but that's not what cool. The cool that I'm talking about isn't essentially owning what your reality is.
Yeah.
The cool that I'm more talking about is actually that the escapism point that you're making is a great one because I understand that in those moments. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, even we all need that. However you go for it, we all need that level of escapism. But I think that my thing is, it's more when it comes down to the escapism, but looking down in some way at what actually is more your reality. It's more the you know, like sometimes, like some people in football terms, you know, like sometimes some people fuck with Messi and they can't like Ronaldo, or they like Ronaldo and they can't like Messi, or you know, like you like Drake but you can't like Kendrick. You like Kendrick, you can't like Drake. Like, cool. It's like Drake and Kendrick, by the way, is like politics. It's like left wing and right wing politics.
Yeah, they both
each ride for each other, and anytime that anyone ever kind of has any type of what do they call it? When you're being objective. When people are being objective, they only do it to prove a point, never from a point of understanding. It's always about trying to prove somebody wrong. That's the only time that people are trying to be objective. But I don't have a problem with people doing the cool thing. I just hate it when people consciously or subconsciously do the cool thing because it's almost like you're trying to be accepted within something, or you see yourself in something, but you look down at these lot like they're some type of weirdos or some type of squares, when in actual reality, you're more like them though.
Yeah, but
and that's nothing wrong with that.
No, but they don't like it.
Well, okay. How can you say that accepting your reality is cool, but not liking who you are?
No. Accepting your reality is 100% cool. I'm just explaining the phenomenon you just described.
Right.
The idea of like liking something so much, they really don't like their reality. That's why they found this avatar. That's why they found this person that represents something different. So now that they feel aligned with that, or they feel like this person who they fuck with,
right,
now this is just a manifestation of what they already felt. I don't like the things that we need examples for. Like, we need the examples, otherwise it just feels like we're talking, right? So for instance, was Future your example?
No.
What's an example of liking something that's not there?
Let's say for example, Lil Baby.
Okay.
And then let's look at a rapper who is more
Chance the Rapper.
Nah, I'm thinking of like, I don't know, like maybe Koji
Radical,
or maybe even Loyal.
Okay.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
Okay.
Like maybe even that.
What, and they look down on
and
that?
You look at my man like he's just some different type of don, but he's not though.
So you're saying that they will...
I just don't like that. I just don't like that.
Are you saying that they will fuck with Lil Baby because Lil Baby's the moment?
Just only because it's the wave.
Yeah.
Yeah, and which is fine though.
Yeah.
Because I never have a problem with people jumping on a wave or gravitating to a wave.
Yeah.
But I think it's like when you gravitate to the wave, but then it's almost like the looking down. Okay, this is a mad example, but hopefully you'll be able to understand this. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm chilling. Okay. Cool.
Let's go to preference.
Okay.
Right. My preference is, let's say my preference is white women.
We're gonna go there.
Yeah, my preference is white women.
Okay.
Can't stand them lot. Can't stand black women. I just don't.
But do you not see that?
But right? Okay, cool. your preference is all right to have that. That is fine. But then the disrespect over here, I just don't really love that. So I don't like that. And so when I see it in fashion and culture and music and stuff like that, I have a light trigger to it because I see it and I'm like, I respect the preference. I don't like the looking down upon my man.
Or my woman.
Or my woman. But when I say my man, I mean
two reasons.
Women.
Yeah.
Go.
One, self-hate. Let me say that again on the mic real quick. Self-hate. That's what it is. That's what it is, bro. Do you know what? Can I say something that's gonna sound
say it.
I shouldn't have even drank because I need to have my wits about me.
Say it.
Yeah.
Oh, listen.
I've never seen, and we'll do disclaimers afterwards. Let me just drop it, yeah?
Go on.
I've never seen zebras fucking with giraffes. Let me land. There should be a natural bias towards yourself. If that doesn't exist, you gotta ask yourself the questions. Here's my problem. Here's my thing. When you ask the questions, whatever comes out of that is cool.
Right.
But don't not know why.
Right.
Just don't know. Don't do that, right? Because in my head, right, I love my skin, I love my color. Do you know what I mean? Like, shout out to everybody who helped me get here and all of that stuff. But I love that shit, right? I'm naturally biased towards me because I have such a love for this. You don't understand. Half the waviness of my outfit is my skin. I promise you. Let me wear orange one time. Yeah. Everybody's falling down like London Bridge.
Strong.
But anyway, right, yeah. So that's half my. So I've naturally got a preference for that. If you don't have a preference, we have preference for our neighborhood. We have preference for our country. Like it's called patriotism. We have preference for what is ours because we're egotistical as human beings. So when you don't have a preference for to date somebody that looks like you, don't listen. I know some of you are running away. Don't run away. Just ask yourself why.
Right.
And whatever answer you come to, you don't need to share that with anybody else. But just deep that.
Strong.
If it's that you associate that color with nurturing and you don't see it as sexy, just accept that in your head. So that will help you not be hateful.
Right.
Do you know what I mean? Because that's a you thing.
Right.
Do you know what I mean? That's all I want. That's all I'm going to say about that.
Yeah.
But now the disclaimer: don't have a problem with you liking whoever you like. I don't want anyone to like me for a political statement.
Strong.
Have you seen me?
Yeah.
Like you don't need to do. For me personally, you don't need to do that. I don't need you to like me because you're trying to prove that you love black women. No. I want you to like me because it's quiet. It's me, right?
Yeah.
But you need. A lot of men are not honest with themselves as to why they have a preference. They're not, and it comes from, and because they're not honest about it, they get hateful.
Yeah, of course.
Well,
they have their
she's
backup.
loud.
Yeah, they have their backup.
But when the Latino babe was loud, it was sexy. Come on.
I said that before in the pod many times. I said like for me, the most fiery women that I've met have been the Latina women, but people don't want to have that conversation because it's seen as sexy or whatever it may be, and blah, blah, blah. You put that same characteristic in a black woman and it's just a whole different thing. But when I add that in to this though, because like I'm looking at it also as in like I'm seeing that same mentality in some way, and I could be wrong. It could just be all in my head. Do you know what? I could have just woken up on the wrong side of the bed, or I could just be in a weird stage in my life. But I think a lot, and when I start seeing things, when I start seeing it in even in different forms, like whether it be fashion and music and stuff like that, I'm just like, wait, I don't even rate this. I don't even rate this. I rate the like music or whatever, but I just like what I like anyway. That's just who I am. I just gravitate to whatever I think is good is whatever I think is good. Even when I do the Checkup, when I do them, it's never based on the biggest artist or whatever. It's just what I like. Yeah. And I don't make money off that. I paid the apartment or this, that, and the other. I paid Callum, whatever. All of that is all done with no money involved. Because I just enjoy music, but I can't obviously expect everyone to be like me when it comes to the love of music. But I'm just like, nah, I'm watching some of this cool shit. And I'm like, right, there's some elitism in it. There's some elitism in it. And there's also some like, it's almost like some type of rascal, what do you call it? Like it's like social status, you know, like when you say like middle class.
Hierarchy.
Yeah, like I just don't know. And you know what as well? While I'm here, I went to Strawberries and Cream Festival the other day, Honourable shout out to them. Cold. And then like I did like a couple interviews or whatever, and it was like going down like some of the things that I'm wearing or whatever. Then after I finished, I said to myself, you know what? From now on, And this is not because I'm just being rebellious. This is just how I felt in my soul. Yeah. I am not shouting about brands that I don't have like a proper connection to.
Okay.
Right? Even Nike. Unless there's checks involved. Yeah? When I was there and they put the camera on me or whatnot, they went straight down to the trainers. I had the filling pieces on them. Shout out to the filling pieces dons or whatnot. Cold trainers or whatever it is. Do you understand what I'm saying? Got a connection with them, man, or whatnot. But it's not because I know them. It's just I like the brand. I see them. I see the way they move. I like the way that they are as a unit and the way that they run their business and whatever. And on top of that, the product is sensational.
Love
yeah.
that.
Then I had some shorts on, which was, I'm not even going to say the brand.
Okay.
But you know what?
Sounded like Gucci still.
No, but I gave it a thing. Then I came back up now. Cortez had the Chucky tee that you bust me on. Boom, boom, boom. Then I had the Nux joint.
Shout out Nux. No days off.
Right, you understand what I'm saying?
Got my hat as well.
Yeah. Then obviously I had the Daily Paper. You understand what I'm saying? So I was turned. Yeah. But then when I came away from that, I'm like, nah, hold on, wait 1 second. I gave these shorts a thing, and I'm like, nah, fuck that. Next time, I'm not even doing that. Even with the Nikes and that, I'm just not even doing it. I am not doing the cam thing. Yo, I got the exclusive Nike, this, that. I paid £900. Doesn't mean I'm not going to buy them, though, because if I like them, I just like them. Yeah, but
Do you know what it sounds like, Chucky? It sounds like you got hella self-worth over there. Chucky says, I know my value.
Yeah, fuck that.
Don't make me feel gassed to wear you.
Right.
Feel gassed that I'm wearing you.
Mean.
And you know what, Chucky? You can do that because you built. It's not easy. You can't anyone can do that. To be fair, anyone can do that.
Anyone can do it.
But a lot of people are watching you when you do it. Therefore, that's why it slaps. That's why it's connecting. So I hear that. It sounds like a lot of self-worth over there, King. I hear it.
Yeah, it's just been bothering me.
Yeah, you just sound very anti-establishment.
Yeah, that's probably where it is, isn't it?
You just don't like the rules. You don't like it. You don't like the pattern and what's normal.
Yeah, I don't like it. I don't like the
questioning stuff.
Yeah, I don't like the I just don't like the look at me, I'm wearing the. I just don't like that. You know that. But
you feel like
I'm all right with it to a point, but I don't like it when it comes with the. This is what I've got. You man ain't on my thing like that. I don't like that bit. I don't like that bit.
People.
Huh?
You're a man of the people. Is that what you're saying? Because I don't know. What is it that you don't like? Or is it you don't like promoting a business unprovoked? I just don't
like the hierarchy. I'm looking down on consciously or subconsciously. It happens. And the thing is, for me, I think it probably sounds like I'm just going way too deep in it, yeah? But I think if you start really paying attention to, it's not always what people say, it's what they don't say. Sometimes it's what they don't say. You can see it and you can smell it. And I'm like, I don't know about it. I just don't know about it. Do you get me?
Do you know what's mad? When I went uni, I was on a vintage thing. So I only ever got vintage clothing. I had a big afro. Like I was on my own wave. I was free from college, and I was just like, I went to a uni. No one else knew me. I just was in my bag. I kind of feel like in recent years, I remember one time even coming here and telling you that I was looking to dye my armpit hair. Like yeah. I felt like I didn't do it. You know. Why not? Because I ain't got no hairs right now. You know the wax lady. I like the thing.
Let that grow out. Do your thing. Innit?
Here's the thing though. I feel like I was really intentional about what I was, what I wore, what I kind of thing. And then I feel like in recent years, I just kind of did what was celebrated.
Right.
Like I just kind of, I'll wear this. Like I knew how to tick the boxes kind of thing. Like now I'm in a space where it's like, I want to go back to like whatever I want to do, I'm doing. That's where I'm at right now, innit? Like, do you know what I mean? So it might be the dye in the armpit hair, but I don't know if that was a phase right there.
Hey, listen, I'll back you on it.
No, I know you did. You and Callum both backed me on it. But as in, like, I feel like something about fashion feels very boring. It feels very like, and you know in London, yeah, when something's the lick, everybody's on it. Sorry, Bobs. Everybody's kind of on it. And not everyone can't be on the same thing. It must just be because it's the most easy thing to like access or something like that. And I really like when I see someone and it looks like they're not part of the world. They're not part of the time.
Yeah.
They just went and got their own thing. And it doesn't need to be loud. Yeah. It could literally still be you wearing What's that? What's those trousers that are like not skinny fit that man them wear?
What, like the not the boot cut kind of.
No, the boot cut.
Like,
Obviously, boot cut's kind of back
but they
in.
call them like ain't they like
Is it
cargo
balloon?
or something? What do they call them?
I don't even know, but I just feel like wear what suits you.
Yeah.
Like wear what suits you, and I promise you, everybody will follow you. Trust me. Like just wear what suits you. Like the biggest L you can do is try to fit into somebody else's clothing. Like in terms of just wear what suits you. I promise you. Like some people won't get it, but that's okay.
Also, just go like I don't know. Like I guess there's always gonna be cool, what is considered cool and like cool music and whatever it is, and like people will just gravitate to that. But I don't know. Like just like allow yourself to just like. Allow yourself to just like, innit? This is different, but what is that?
Allow yourself.
You know,
to
like
like.
it's funny, man. Like sometimes the timeline can really dictate a lot of things. Do you know what? Do you know what's mad? So, the whole Drake thing came out or whatever, and naturally, this is not me here defending this, by the way. Everyone is very more than welcome to hate it. I just thought it was all right. But anyway, I went to Kate Trinada's show yesterday.
It looks cold.
Oh my God, yeah. Honestly, that goes down as like it will be one of my favourite shows of the year for me.
Oh, sick.
It was so good.
Oh, sick.
The warm-up DJ played a Kendrick record, N95, I think the tune's called, or N98. Bearing in mind, remember, the timeline battered Kendrick's thing. See when the DJ run that rhythm? Yeah.
Not my timeline, but hey.
Oh, okay. Oh, you're minded. When the DJ run that rhythm, what? The vibe.
Bro, the difference between real life
vibe
and socials, insane.
The DJ played something off Drake's album called Call My Name. And when it drops into the next part, remember that part that I played to Poet? By the way, can I just tell you, I'll say this on here as well. Poet hit me the next day. He battered that project.
I watched.
Yeah, I watched. He messaged me the next day talking to me about Call My Name But anyway, I'm not gonna say. I'll let him do.
He's allowed though. You're allowed.
You're 100%.
You're allowed.
100%. But and it's always in your own time. See when a DJ run that rhythm, oh my God, up vibe, because it was in the right environment for it or whatever. The timeline said something completely different. But I think that like there is a difference between that. But sometimes I do think that sometimes people do carry that on into their everyday life, and that can sometimes become problematic because then. When you're liking something which you're entitled to like, what are the bases are you liking it on? Like what premises are you liking it on? Like is it because you actually genuinely really like it? You like the production, you like the bars, you like the way that he's delivering it, do you like the way that it makes you feel like, or is it really just like, oh no, this is just a wave. This is just a wave. What the fuck is that then? Like what the fuck is that?
What is a wave?
Oh, like, you know what? See this clothes, like my man's dropped the new, like what do you like about it? Do you like the way that it fits? Do you like the way, does it look cold on you? Did you see it on someone? Or is it just the wave? Fuck
what,
the other
are you
thing.
saying the
Fuck
wave
the other
is
thing.
bad? I navigate by wave, you know.
Oh, I'm not saying that. I'm not saying it's bad. I just question it.
Yeah, you gotta question it because it's too vague.
It's too vague.
It's too
like
vague.
What is it?
But that's the problem. The wave might be 50% your feeling and 50% general public's feeling. Like you need to be careful, 100%. You see, for me, it's about how I feel.
Right.
It's about how I feel, and you know what? Sometimes that might be influenced by something it shouldn't be influenced by.
Yeah.
But I can't control it. I'm only human.
I hear you.
But it's about how I feel. Like with music, yeah. With music, let's say R&B or whatever, yeah. If it makes me feel like a naughty girl,
yeah,
then I know I like this song.
Right.
Do you know what I mean? Can I ask you a question? Because this was in my head. It's mad that we're even here. What is something that you don't do only because of consequences? Or something you don't entertain or you don't do because of consequences?
Something I entertain, like I don't do because of consequences.
Or do because of, let's say don't do because of consequences. I know you gotta keep it.
I know I was just thinking something rage.
you gotta keep it clean, innit? But say
what is something that I do not do because of consequences?
Yeah.
Like,
because I think there's a lot. I think
Do you know what?
a lot that we don't do because of consequences.
What did I say?
Like maybe 3 episodes ago, you were like, what would you do if they put you in a room
And no
cameras are off?
Oh right, yeah. I said this to I was saying this to my brother. Yeah.
It's very similar.
I was saying you're right, and I was saying that actually to my brother the other day. Not to go off, I'll come back to it. But I remember saying to him, you know, we was having a conversation. I don't even want to go into the conversation too much because I don't want like he's not here to defend himself, and he just said some mad things to me. Yeah, but like. I was saying to him that you would be very surprised at what people will do when they know no one's watching them,
100%.
or what they actually really are when they can actually be themselves.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying? I mean, I guess one of the things that I haven't done because of consequences is probably go to a sex party.
You're not an orgy man. You look like an orgy man to me.
Nah, I've never really been like I've never been like one gal and 5 of my dons. It's not my
That's
steez.
not orgy, bro.
It's
That's
not my steez. That's a battery, I know. But, well, even more than that. But you know what? Like, even with like sex parties, I thought about like going with my girl. Like, I might go with my girl, and then we just vibes. Like, we just do our own thing. But then I don't know. Like, at this stage in my life, it's just all a bit techie, innit?
I think it's techie if you go to like a bear man. I've never been to one, but I think it's techie if you go to like a lowbrow one. I think you got to go to one with people who have things to lose, just like you.
Okay.
And then
yeah,
do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I think you got to go to one of those.
Because I'd love to go and turn up.
I believe in you.
I'd love to go there and just.
I believe in you.
Just on a one away. You get what I'm saying? But with my girl or whatnot. And we just go there and just turn up the scheme.
I love that you see this as something to include your girl in,
Yeah.
rather than something to do despite your girl.
Because by the way, it's not about my missus getting chopped. By the way, we just chop in front of people. Yeah,
it's you just
we just
breaking
chop.
the rules.
Yeah. Me and her just go there and just live it up. What are you talking about?
Yo, yeah.
What? In the middle of the joint.
I'm saying support of Chucky in it.
Yeah, come on, man. In the middle of it. You get what I'm saying? Pro bone that to bits. Come on, that's to be my thing. I would love that. But I don't know, man. Why do you ask me that?
Because I just feel like I don't know. Obviously, one day we're all not going to be here, innit?
Yeah.
And I think a lot of people are going to get to that end line. I think they live life according to what they think other people wanted of them, rather than what they, like death is a certainty, but we ignore it so much. We don't think about it, so we live as if we got bare time, right? And I kind of just feel like, are you living the life you want to be living, or are you just living the life that everybody's okay with? Do you know what I mean? Like, everyone's giving you a thumbs up about. I know it's a bit different for you because you kind of paved the life that you want. But for me, I feel like, and I definitely have paved the life, but there was a second where I thought, this shit is kind of hard. Yeah. This shit is quite a journey. This shit is, it's kind of hard. And when I was looking at my life, I was like, if I went the traditional route, like, I would be getting the thumbs up, the well done and all of that. Then obviously something happened that made me realise, for me personally, I've picked the right decision for myself. And, you gotta just ride the wave a little. But I don't know, like, I do think that there's a part of me that kind of stopped doing full on koi. A part of me that kind of just started, when you do an exam, you know how to win. You know when you've succeeded. There's a grade, right? Yeah. 80%, 90%. You know when you've done well. When you're kind of living life, you have to be the person that marks your life and decides if you've lived it well. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. And sometimes you don't know what the criteria for that is.
Okay, this goes into a deep thing.
Oh, okay. I didn't mean to do all of that, guys.
A girl said to me when I was at honorable shout out to the 2 women that I met that were from Newcastle. They'll know exactly what I'm talking about because they watched this, yeah? So she said to me, I could have a deep conversation. That's what she said. I said, yeah. She goes, I want to sit on the couch and have a deep conversation.
Okay.
I said, okay, cool. I said, we can have a deep conversation now. She's like, okay, go on then. I said to her, what is right and what is wrong? Then she starts telling me about like, oh, when you wear this and you put on that. And I'm like, who said that was right and who said that was wrong? And so as she's talking to me, I'm saying, but who said that was right? Why is that right? Why is it wrong? She wasn't able to, starting to get to that point. And bearing in mind, this is like a superficial, this part where she's taking it is mad light.
Yeah.
I'm talking about this in aspect of life.
Yeah.
Like what is right and what is wrong. And to go on to what you were saying is that like, You know, like you're maneuvering in a way, but you don't know. Wait, is what I'm doing? Am I on the right track here? But I don't know I don't think anyone knows. I don't think anyone knows whether we're on the right track or not. Essentially, and I saw someone else say this the other day. Yeah, someone said, and I agree with this wholeheartedly. Actually, in the West in particular, our society and civilization is basically based off someone's marketing campaign.
Facts.
You get me?
Facts.
It's based off someone's marketing campaign, and we're just moving in that direction. We're going further away from whatever it is that is supposed to be purity, if there is that, which I don't know what it is. But we don't know what is right and what is wrong, because what is right now is going to be wrong tomorrow, and what is wrong today could be right. Yeah, I think Dan said one time, in some years' time, we might look back and people might say, "Well, you used to drink cow's milk." Yeah. That's a mad thing.
Yeah.
Might be all illegal to do that.
Yeah.
So
next week.
Exactly right. So in life, I don't know. I don't think we ever know whether we are like in the right direction or not. It's just goes down to what you were saying before, how things make you feel.
Facts.
And sometimes the things that make you feel a certain way cannot really be dictated on other people's opinions, because ultimately, who are they? They're just a person. But I know that's a lot easier said than done.
No, people's opinions are based on, is 3 months delay where you're at. Like, so for instance, if someone says well done to you, they're saying well done to you for something you did 3 months ago. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, whether it's a job, content, music, whatever, you already passed that. For them to hear it, you already did that ages ago. They're saying well done to a previous you. Like, I feel like you really have to decide that I don't know how to describe it. You got to feel at peace with what you're doing. And also, can I just say, I kind of feel like you get the first answer straight away. Like, you know if what you're doing is right, but then doubt and all these other things start to like dilute it, and then you get confused. But I feel like in that first moment, that first instant, you get a really strong conviction or inclination to what you're doing. It feels right or it feels wrong straight away. I feel like it's super clear. That's different from
But where does doubt comes from? Someone else's marketing campaign.
Yeah. Or comparison. Or like bare reasons. Like there's bare reasons why there's 100 things to dilute your shit. 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%.
Our emotions, the way that we feel, the way that we think and that is obviously a lot to do with the things that we see that is around us or whatnot. And it dictates a lot. But question everything. That's all I say.
I know, but it's tiring though.
It is.
Questioning everything is tiring.
That is true.
Being woke is tiring. Being awake, being on top of shit is tiring. Like, it's exhausting.
It's true.
And no one's there to even tell you if you're right or wrong.
The thing is, sorry though, just to interrupt you, being like questioning things and being woke is two different things for me, because I think being woke involves a lot of the time dictating what people are doing right and what people are doing wrong. See, like when I question things, I don't know. And I'm all right with not knowing. I just like ask questions and see if people can say something that makes me think, oh yeah, like I hear that. Or maybe, or it confirms a belief, or it makes me see something different or whatnot. But to this very day, I will die not knowing what was right and what was wrong. And I'm all right with that. But I just want, in that sense, I'm not telling this person about what they should do in regards to their, maybe their sexuality or their partner or this, that and the other, or whatever it may be. I might question it, if anything, but I'm not going to I don't have these strong, mad feelings about it. Unless it majorly affects me, it majorly affects my community or the people around me or whatever else, then maybe, you get what I'm saying? But other than that, you know what? Everyone's just trying to figure it out.
Everybody is trying to figure it out. Like everyone, even the person that you rate is just doing a thing.
I know.
They're just doing a thing, but they're consistently doing a thing. But they're just doing a thing.
Yeah.
And you just gotta like do your thing.
Yeah,
you just gotta do your thing based off what feels right for you. Because I promise you, if you followed their thing to the T, it won't lead you to the same place. Do you know what I mean? You gotta do what feels right for you. But yeah, this life, man, I'm excited about life.
Even with the wave thing as well, yeah. I think that I think if you could step away from it and enjoy it in the moments that you want to enjoy it in, you'll probably enjoy it even more, I think, maybe.
What do you mean? Sorry, break that down.
So, like, instead of immersing yourself in the wave because you feel like it's just supposed to be the wave and that's just what life is supposed to be, it's just supposed to be the wave, yeah. But if you look at who you are as a person and what you really like and what you don't like or whatever, yeah, and you just enjoy certain things for the moments that you enjoy it in without necessarily immersing yourself so much in the wave. Because when you immerse yourself properly in the wave now, you might be doing all types of stuff to try and keep up with the Joneses when it's not really you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like, you know, you could go and enjoy a certain type of festival, a certain type of way, but you go back and you're back to who you are, as opposed to carrying that wave festival mentality vibe with you and trying to incorporate it in every day of your life because you feel like you're supposed to do that. When big man, big woman, not necessarily. Who told you that? Well, because it looks cool over there. In fact, do you know what? The person that you probably think is that you look at and you hold to the highest degree probably isn't even that. Do you know what I'm saying?
I mean, they're like 95% probably not that.
Right.
Because everyone's just figured the same. You see how you're texting someone and they're not responding back to you, yeah? That's happening to your fave.
Oh, yeah. That
like, please, everyone humble yourselves well. Like,
Strong.
I would say the best tip, put nobody on a pedestal, is the biggest way to play yourself.
100.
No one knows what they're doing. Like, nobody knows what they're doing. They're just doing it better than you because they're acting like they know what they're doing. Like, just like, yo, this life, yeah, if everyone just put a bit of respect on their own name, I think they would navigate life a little bit easier.
You
but
said that you're excited.
Yeah, I am excited.
Go on.
Yo, I came through I was in the desert.
Was you?
Yeah, I was in a weird space. I can't lie. I was in a weird space as in, I think when I look back now, it's everything in your life is a consequence of your own behavior, right? So I definitely it was in a space where I wasn't enjoying anything. It wasn't actually not nice.
How long ago was that? Up till
probably like 6 months ago.
Oh, word.
Yeah. But you know what? It got to a place because, you know, I love all my friends and all of that, but it's not something other people can really do anything about. Like, you have to, like, pattern it. Like, you can talk to people and all of that, but bottom line, you got to do the hard work. And I just was like, why am I not, like, why is nothing, because at one point I was stimulated by everything. I was excited by everything and all of that. And then I was like, why am I not feeling that way? And I think my best tip is to go back to where things last made sense. Yeah. Go back to whatever you were doing when you were last super happy. Just go back to there, innit? And then that kind of kick starts things anyway. So that's kind of what I did. And yeah, I just think I just needed to, I can't give you know what, I'm not even going to pretend I'm fake, like I have the answers. All I know is that I changed my mentality. I used to think that having problems was a sign of not being organized, not being on top of your life, like not being, but problems are always there. Like, there's always going to be something that you need to sort out. Life is about replacing your current problems with better problems. So, do you know what I mean? Example is, I want to get a house. Okay, now you have a house. How do I maintain this house? You know what I mean? It's sorting out. But in my head, yeah, I never wanted to feel like, everything was sorted kind of thing. Impossible. Like, it was just way too much, like, kind of idealistic approach to life kind of thing. But now I'm super duper excited. I just feel like I have ideas. I feel like I have a different attitude as well, a different perspective. Because, you know, sometimes life ain't even on top. Your perspective is just in the bin. Like, you need to have a different perspective. So I just feel excited again, man. And I'm creating more and I'm doing stuff that I like and all of that.
Do you feel appreciated?
Do I feel appreciated?
Yeah, like in regards to, like, see, like when you're asked to do work or when you're filming bits of content or whatever, do you feel valued in it when you're doing it?
Yeah, I got a bad thing where I go where I'm celebrated, not tolerated.
Right.
So, like, I'm gonna be around people who get how I am. They're not gonna try and what's it called, shoehorn me or like try and put me in a space that I'm not. I don't know if it's anyone else's problem, but I don't know if my full range has really been seen or explored properly. Do you know what I mean? Like, I just feel like I'm capable of a lot more than I'm currently doing. But I don't really think that's on anybody else. That's just that's me. That's just me to just kind of like figure out how to make it. That's like kind of half the game of this. Do you know what I mean? Figure out how to like present that and all of that. So yeah, I do feel appreciated. I think some amazing people that I really respect me back. And I feel like I get to do what I like on a daily basis. You know what I mean? So I do full spot for that. Sometimes being ambitious can make you have the wrong perspective. You know?
That's
but
true.
Yeah, like sometimes it's like, oh, I want to be. But no, you're doing. A year ago would be so happy where you're at now.
Fact.
Do you know what I mean? So it's me just kind of regulating all of that stuff. But
Yeah.
I do love this shit. I think at one point I was taking it too seriously. I know that sounds mad, but sometimes just enjoy.
Yeah, no, I do that.
Yeah.
I do that though. Sometimes I do take it too seriously.
I take it
Sometimes
too
I get a
seriously.
bit over passionate.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then like I get like if I, you know what? I remember, I can talk about it now. One time, me, Poet and Dan, which was quite recent news there, we recorded an episode and it was terrible. The episode didn't go out. Oh, you wasn't there, was you?
Is that why I didn't go? Is that why it was terrible? Because
he
you needed
wasn't
his
there.
sauce.
Bro, let me tell you something. It was horrid.
Why was it horrid?
I'm not even going to go into all of that.
Okay.
But it was horrid.
Okay.
Yeah. And I left and I couldn't shake it off. Do you get what I'm saying? And I also understand that like not every episode is going to bang. I get it. But I think I was more disappointed more than anything because me, Poet and Dan are not together a lot. But whenever we are, it's top
magic.
tier stuff.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying? And this day, it was off badly for a reason though. It wasn't like it was bad because, you know, was just one of them days. It was bad for a reason. And because I knew the reason could be prevented, it irked me for time. But obviously we spoke about it. I spoke to them separately or whatever. And like, you know, I hold this to a certain standard. Forget how much people watch it and how much people listen. It's just about how fulfilling these conversations are supposed to be. And, you know, I said to someone, and I said this to Dan in particular, yeah, but I was like, you know, and I'm actually about to do this like thing with, they want me to talk to these kids about what makes, like about podcasting and whatever, yeah. And I was thinking a lot about it anyway. Me and EA's talked about it before, but I'm like, starting a podcast is easy. There's so many different ways that you can do that. It's easy, just recording yourself or whatever, yeah. And you can do it on a super low budget too, yeah. And then you can just work your way up. But having good conversations is the complete different thing, yeah. And I was saying that for me, when we leave this studio, yeah, we need to have had done one of 3 or 4 things, yeah. So we either need to deep dive, unique decipher, be thought provoking, and entertain. If we can leave the studio and say we've done at least 3 of those things, we've smashed it. If we've done all 4, like it's elite stuff. Do you get what I'm saying? But I always want to be able to leave and say, all right, you know what, today we deep dive today. Do you get what I'm saying? We like, and you know, Dan asked me, what is the difference between unique deciphering and deep diving? And I'm saying, well, deep diving is, you know, I could say, for example, like, why I like these trainers, yeah, and then have a deep dive into like how long I've been buying these trainers. But then the unique deciphering then comes down to like, where do you think that comes from? Do you get what I'm saying? Like, where did that come from? Why did we like that? Like, who was the person who, you know, that's when you start getting into the thing and you start opening it up or whatever. But this day, we didn't do one. We didn't do one of them. So when I left, it burnt me. But I have to get a grip because it's like, you know what? You have an opportunity to come back another day and you get to go and do it another week or whatever. But you know when you just care and you
care
want
a lot, Chucky.
Yeah, it's different, isn't it?
Like you talk with a different kind of vim, yeah, when something's not going like the way that you want it to, and not in like a bratty way, as in like you proper care. Like podding to you is not just talking. It's not just talking with a camera in your face. Like you actually care. Like it oozes from you. Like I can tell. And I think this is why so many people fuck with you. Like I can tell there's a different kind of. It's like an art for you. You're good at this.
Obviously, it's important.
Yeah, you're good at this. You deserve it.
Thank you. So are you though. This is why.
This guy.
Do you remember what I said the other day about her? when I with Poet when I said, oh, I can't even remember what we was talking about, but I was like, oh, that's it. We was talking about like, Poet was brought up, you know, he does his howler thing.
Yeah.
And he was talking about the no jumper guy saying that he earned $1 million a month or whatever, and he doesn't pay people whatever. Now, not to get into deep dive into all of that, but I remember saying, but you know, like there's certain things you don't have to do. You don't have to do them. Like there's no rule that that's something that you have to do. But like morally and like as gesture wise, you do certain things. And I said, listen, see when a big thing comes through on the mad one and there's the big lump sum, I'm hitting Koi. And I'm saying, yo, send me actually I got the bank details.
Amen.
I got them. Here's that. Because you know what? You added value. Do you know what I mean? And like, you already know, people just can't just come here like that. But not in a rude way. It's not in a rude way. It's just, I think it's like, some people just think it's just easy to just come and sit down. But that's because you make it easy. You make it easy to come and sit here with the man them and just be yourself and just vibes and whatever. And I don't think it is within everyone to be able to do that. You get me?
Yeah, no, I proper appreciate that, Chucky. I proper love this shit, you know. Like, I don't know what 5 years... by the way, thank you. I appreciate it. I'm going to take it in. But I feel like in 5 years from now, like when I started doing this thing, it was just fun. I was just vibing. I didn't know what else I was good at.
Oh yeah, I hear that.
Like I just was vibing, right? And then I started to get like almost geeky with it. Right. Like I started to have like a vision and a way I want it to go. And I cared about, I'm working for editing now. So now I have an editing team in it. Oh my gosh, like, not doing it myself yet. This is the only time. It is different. Like it's mad. You think, someone else is doing it. Fun days. Yeah. Nah, bro. I feel like this camera angle and this camera angle, right. and who cares as much as you to try shit, even if it's not gonna work. Just to try shit. I'm so nerd.
You know, because it's yours. You notice stuff.
I notice stuff. But do you know what? It's rare for me to care this much. My whole source here is from not really caring too much.
Yeah, I hate that.
And now, I care about camera angles, but I love loving something.
Right.
I love loving something. And I'm so grateful because there was a stage in my life where, like, you know, I'm with Christian and that. And I was like, yo, God, what's my purpose? Because if you tell me what it is, I'll do that. I'll run for it. Just tell me what it is. And like when I kind of discovered like storytelling and creating and really just for me, my big passion is kind of letting people know, that whatever's messing your life is messing everyone's life. Don't be scared, don't be nervous. Like, it's actually kind of what makes you interesting. Like, that I think is kind of like what I want people to walk away from when they kind of engage with my shit. Do you know what I mean? Like, I think the ordinary is fucking wavy. Like, I think it's interesting.
Yeah, same.
So all of that being said, I kind of just feel like this is mad. Like, can you imagine if I was born 100 years ago, I might not have a purpose because podding didn't exist. Content creation was something that was like kind of hierarchical and all of that. So I do feel grateful, but I get really frustrated sometimes because it's like the ideas are so big. And I'm used to working by myself, and sometimes you have to connect, and sometimes you have to be strategic and all of that. But anyway, man, I'm enjoying the journey. I am enjoying the journey, man. I really, really am. I really am.
We love that.
So thank you so much. I was so happy to come today because I knew I'll be smiling. Like, I just knew I was gonna be happy just being in this space and shit because you lot are crazy. But thank you for inviting me.
Listen, you don't even need to invite more time. You can just pull up, providing I don't already have a guest or whatnot. But you can still do that. Anyway, it depends on the guest. When are you
getting Bree Runway on here?
Great question. Should be great for here, isn't it?
She's Bree. Can I talk to the UK really quickly?
Go on, strong. Look in that camera right there.
Okay. Sorry. Hello. Hi.
And by the way, the mic picks you up. You don't need to go right in.
I was all up in it.
I know. You can't help it.
All up on the dick. It. Like I was.
I know
all
exactly.
Up on it. Like,
do
you know it's
bare saliva. I'm like, what the fuck is about to?
It's gonna be.
I'm like, what the fuck's going on? I'm just like.
Who you been talking to? Listen, hey, sir.
Do you know what? Sometimes, can I be honest with you? Some of you lot are doing like, you know, like some of them make that noise just to cap in it.
Don't stop.
Like, you don't need to do that. Like, you can come down a bit, like come down a tad bit more.
First of all,
you could come down without. One time,
first of all,
go on.
You don't need it.
Why? It's
Some-
what ego.
That's
It's ego thing.
Sometimes,
Really don't
you, listen, I don't know what he's talking about. Obviously, Christian.
Is it
is
an
that.
ego thing?
But like, sometimes you don't need it.
Do you know what? I'm more like,
Sometimes you don't need it. You don't wake up after the gassage.
nah.
Yeah.
Like, you know what? You see, like, if you get down, and then you can get down without the, and you know sometimes as well,
know
yeah,
she's
they put her through, and that's why I'm saying don't do like, babes. It's okay. I'm not gonna judge you if you come all the way down. Like, you know that sometimes people like you. It's like some of you are overthinking it. It's like you're overthinking it. Oh, do you know if I take it all, then you're gonna think that I'm a. Just do your thing.
I don't think a girl's
Just
ever
give me
thought
the.
that.
All I need is a slobber. Yeah, give me some slobber, but you don't need to.
So guys, Chucky. Alright, well then let's talk about giving head to the girl then, innit? Cause like.
Oh, I'm sensational here. I'm gonna be honest with you. Oh, come on, man. You don't mind.
Who doesn't say that though?
No.
Anyway,
No.
you know,
Do
going,
you
guys,
know
way to
what?
marriage.
No, I hear that. No, I hear that. And I get it because that is the general consensus. I understand it. Trust me. But let me tell you something here. What?
The thing
Do you
is
know
that
what? I'll be honest with you.
I
don't even wanna do
I got
that.
head radar for my. Like, I could. Let me not say that. But I can tell. I can tell.
Head radar, you know.
All I'm saying is, I feel like I can tell when I can tell.
I'm attentive.
I can tell just from the way you pronounce certain words if you're good at it.
Okay. Really?
No, but that sounds cold though, innit? Say enunciate. Go on, spell spaghetti. Go on. Yo, real quick, yeah.
Yeah, go on.
One way. Like, we know that the UK is asleep. Like, we know the UK likes to sleep. We know. You know, the weather's horrible, all of that. But on a serious, yeah, there's certain artists that you guys sleep on regularly. That if you just stopped now and went to go and check them out, you would find something that you fuck with. I.e., Koji Radical.
Strong.
Are you crazy? If you don't know about Nuts right now, you're not even, I don't know where you're at. Bree One Way is, should I stop? She's a superstar.
She's for real.
She's a superstar. I don't understand why we don't champion her. And I'm not saying she's not champion, because I know artists hate that because they have their fan base that they see and they hear. Yeah. But Bree One Way, we should wear her on the badge next to Queen Lizzie.
Yeah, we should be right. We should be talking about her more.
She's insane. She's creatively, aesthetically, all of that. She's set apart. Now I don't know. People seem to have different feelings.
Very, very beautiful as well.
Well, she's a snack. She's a bar. She's every. IMDb. I don't know if there's something.
She's cold.
What is wrong with everybody? Do you not understand who IMDb is? And
She's
she's from the UK. Anyway, this is Chucky. Chucky's the music man, innit? But I feel like there's a lot of people that we stay sleeping on, and it's rude. Wake up.
Yeah, fact.
Snooze button. Stop it. Like, anyway, that's all I wanted to say because I think she's cold.
Yeah, do you know what, Bree? When you're ready, come shout me.
And then
I'll
after
hit
that,
you,
come on the
actually.
safe space, please. Thank you. Good night.
Yeah. Yeah. Is there anyone else actually? Do you know what I
there's
really want to
tons.
do? I want to start.
Shay's Universe. I don't know if
She's hard.
Well, do you see what she tweeted the other day?
You know what? Do you know I didn't realize this, by the way, but I'm on one of her rhythms.
See?
This is mad. Someone played it to me.
I was in one of her music videos, but I don't want to talk about that, guys. You don't know I'm shy. But yeah, like, no, but Shay's Universe, I think she's cold as well.
Cold.
Bella. But I feel like, don't people know about Bella?
Yeah.
But if they don't know about Bella, like, and that's more R&B as well, cold. I don't want to now be the king of saying names and forgetting people in it. There's a lot of artists. Like, I swear you have a playlist.
Avoiding the noise.
Avoid the noise. I don't know if you are keeping up to date with that.
Yeah, I need to update.
But
that.
the UK needs.
But yeah,
that.
Spotify. I had one on Apple, but it's more on Spotify.
Do you know what I love to do? I love to have conversations with these artists that the UK sleeps on.
That's what I'm doing. Even with the Checkup.
Plug it
Yeah,
on your
that's
show.
even with the Checkup. The last one I did was with Koji.
Yeah, I saw that.
And do you know what? I really enjoyed that because it was a really good conversation anyway. But two, like, I'm starting to get even more comfortable with, the tracks. So like how I have the tracks set up and stuff like that, and how I incorporate them into the conversations and stuff. I always want to do more of those. So Yeah, and I notice, I can see that even when I'm talking to the artist and then like we're talking and I pull up a verse or something or whatnot, it makes them extra engaged. Do you know what I mean? And it makes them want to talk about it even more.
You care. Can I suggest something?
Go.
It might be wavy to see like the Checkup live.
Oh yeah,
Like
definitely.
just an intimate setting, just intimate, like no more than 50 people, maybe 100, right? But like they are all fans of this artist. Like I not industry friends, not like roster. I'm talking about like they are lovers of this artist, because I think it's so important, because the Checkup does that for me. It's like it's like a here's your flowers in a sense, you know what I mean? And I think it would be sick, and then it will still be filmed. You can still put it out, but I would love to see like a. Because I just feel like you know how to handle a crowd anyway and still have that kind of conversation. But I think the Checkup in a live setting would be porn.
Yeah.
I think it would be porn.
Definitely put that on the vision board, actually.
I think that
I didn't think about it live, really. But yeah, that would
I think it would be insane. Can you imagine like a sit down with Brie Runway?
Yeah.
And another thing, I don't want to make it like it's not a gender thing, but I don't see enough girls on the Checkup.
You're right, I have not done one.
And I you know, I'm a fan of your content beyond just this show, though this is a cold show. But like, I think you'd be able to have those conversations that aren't agendered. There's not agenda. Forget gender. There's not an agenda to it. No. You're not just talking to her because she's a girl. No. Like you're talking music. No,
I tried to go for Little Sims, and this was just as the project was coming out, but it wasn't her fault and it wasn't our fault. It was just the timings.
Yeah.
Just didn't align, and I'm so and to this day I still do it. I still go back and literally like fully break down that project with her, and she knows that. I've spoken to her about it and stuff like that.
But artists need to stop doing that though. They need to stop only doing interviews around it. I get the science of it.
Oh yeah, no, I don't. But like, that's my thing. Nah, like we could just talk whenever we need to talk. And you know what? Like,
please, thanks.
I'm all right with doing it. You know, like before, traditionally people would talk to the artist about the album prior to it coming out. I don't want to do that. I want to talk to them when it's out, and let's go through it properly. Yeah. And so certain projects we can do months. Do you know what? Do you know who I'd like to do the Checkup with? Actually, I'd like to do Kano, but on the Home Sweet Home album, his first one.
Let me sweep up afterwards.
I'd love to sit down and break that down in that format with him.
Let me sweep up afterwards. Let me clean this. Like that. What a man.
Yeah, like don't even know. You can do
respectfully.
You could do projects that are like, you know, like classics that came out at a certain time. Let's go back. Let's like, now that you're a proper adult, let's go through that in your eyes of a big adult now.
What are you're telling? I know you could do this anyway, but you're telling me you couldn't get mad funding for that? You could get everyone behind that. You could have Wingstop, JD. you could have the whole high street behind you. You could have Evans, Duffy Perkins.
Yeah, the plan is I just want to do 2 more. In this way, and then I'm gonna just put together like a little thing, and I'm gonna just put it around, and then whoever makes sense.
Whoever sleeps on that is cold. They're stupid, because I think that would be amazing. I love just content I couldn't get anywhere else, and I think Chucky, you create that. You really do create that. You. So shout out to you, and it's not lazy. You care. It's so obvious you care. At all. But yeah, man.
Benjart.com. You already know. Come on, man. You're like.
Go on, model for them.
Do you know what? Let me tell you something. Yeah. See, like, what? Even once this is done, put me on one of them. I want to be on one of them billboard joints.
Why is that not happening?
Me on that. Yeah, put me on one of them. I want to touch the central line, come off at Oxford Street, and see, man. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, you understand what I'm saying? Come on, man. You know what? Let me show you a tweet, actually, now that I'm here. Now that we're here. What did she say? She said, I was always aware of Benjart, but never took it in like that.
Come on.
But there are some really nice pieces.
2 butts.
Right.
Strip club. Come on.
Right. Exact. Strong.
Come on.
Yeah. And then hear how she ended it. They look so good on Chucky online.
Chucky.
Benjart, boss man.
I've already said, Chucky, my girl group calls you the beautiful man.
Oh, don't do that.
Don't act shy now. Stop it. Stand up. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Hey, listen, this shy thing is not cute. It's not cute. Stop it.
It's not cool.
Stop it. Stop it, bro.
It's not the wave. Is it not the wave?
You know what you're carrying. Stop it.
Is it not the wave?
Now. It's not the wave. I used to do that. I used to do the whole self-deprecate. Stop it. Stand in it. Yeah. So yeah, like they call him the beautiful man, and there's a couple girls that want a slice of the Chuckster. Do you know what I mean? They want a slice of the Chucky. Do you know what I mean? But I say, stop it. He's a man of God. Stop it. Stop it now. But I love that. Yeah, they're gonna get you on a billboard, man. But the price has to be right, Mr. Benjart. So
yeah, man, bust me, man.
That's
You know,
amazing.
I'm not gonna text you or call you for it. I'm just putting it out here. You get what I'm saying? No.
I think modeling looks so
Benjart.com.
hard.
Yeah, do you know what? To be honest with you, that shit looks long, man. How many hours have you got to stand there taking pictures and that? At first, like 15 minutes, half an hour and that is cool. But you know what? 3 hours, 4 hours of taking pictures and that. Oh,
Yeah,
that
but
is
the
long,
check
man.
is juicy though.
Huh?
The check is juicy.
This one here is just a little light joint still.
No, you
But
look good. You look good.
100%
You like to color
still.
coordinate. I
Yeah,
realized that
literally.
about you. You like to color coordinate.
I managed to get some Air Forces that I didn't have to buy from a fucking reseller.
So how much were they? 80?
Yeah, well, they what? I think it was 90.
90?
Yeah.
That's what they should be.
That's what they should
You don't
be.
need to just not buy it and then they'll relax.
Well, yeah. Might
But
have to do that
anyway.
with petrol.
Another thing for another day.
Cool. Listen, thanks for
Thank
coming.
you.
Is there anything that anyone needs to know about, by the way, before you go?
Yeah, like just subscribe to my channel. Some cool shit coming very, very soon. Second season of the Safe Space. Some new weekly shit happening as well. I'm just doing it for the love of it.
Love.
Yeah, so do that. And I don't know, this brand sent me some stuff. I believe they're black owned, but we don't do that in it because
Yeah, we
Benjart.
can't do that right
Yeah,
now.
stop it. Sorry, I didn't
Benjart.
know. Yeah,
Yeah,
just
Benjart.
I have a Benjart coat there, and I was meant to bring it. It looks amazing on me. I got moved to by 2 sweet ones in that coat. So shout out
Is it?
Benjart. Yeah, delicious.
Yeah, good shout out.
Smack. Yeah.
I got a song, by the way, that it's not unfortunately, it's not this is the first time I think I'm recommending one that is not, I don't even know where these lot are from. Which might sound blasphemous to a lot of people actually. But the song is by Submerse and the tune is called Flashback. Oh my god. But only play it when it's warm outside and the
Okay.
sun's shining. Do it
Okay.
then.
Okay.
Just do it then. Probably around 12:30ish.
Wow, that's when the sun's out.
Right. Play it around then. You understand what I'm saying? Maybe if you're going to play it for the first time, actually, you might want to do it on a light Saturday.
Oh.
You get what I'm saying? Like where you might not be working or whatnot. And you understand what I'm saying? That kind of vibe. And then you can incorporate it into your life, whatever other day and whatever time. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yes, I understand.
Right, okay,
Yes,
cool. Thanks for listening, everyone. Yeah.
Cool.